With YouTube attacking alternative media, please consider supporting the channel via Patreon for just $1 per month. Link below. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel, and look, I'm not going to lie, I've been critical of Black Lives Matter now for coming up on 3.5 years, and I don't ever see myself not being critical of them. It's not that I'm not empathetic or sympathetic to their cause. It's just oftentimes the way that they present themselves, I have criticisms of. And so yeah, there's that. We can always have that discussion at a later date. However, this particular story is interesting to me, mostly because it has everything to do with fake news, fake information, and how easy it is to be duped online, especially when it comes to activism in the social space, because this blew my mind when the story broke. Facebook removes popular Black Lives Matter page for being a fake. Now, that's something I was definitely shocked at hearing. So it says here that a Facebook page that claimed a connection to the Black Lives Matter movement and had more than twice as many followers as the movement's official page has been removed for being inauthentic. The disclosure came as Facebook's chief executive, Mark Zuckerberg, prepared to be questioned by members of Congress about, among other things, the veracity of material posted on the social media site. And that is something we're talking about. We know that there have been Russian agents and Russian troll farms that have created pro-Trump groups, anti-Trump groups, set up meetings and events that would pit the two of them together, which, look, I have to admit, that is some masterful trolling. But they were doing this with a lot of things. And I think there was a lot of political divide over the last couple of years that they were able to play upon. And this, feels like it's very similar. Now, the page titled Black Lives Matter was followed by nearly 700,000 people and was tied to an online fundraising efforts that generated at least $100,000, purportedly to support racial justice causes in the United States, but was run by a white man in Australia. Holy shit. Look, this ain't Russian. This is better. This is better because this goes to show you how easy it is to game people online. You don't know who anyone is online. You don't know who they are behind an avatar or a Facebook page or a group. And you have to be cautious over these things, right? You have to. Oh my God, that is brilliant. Facebook, which has been heavily criticized for its handling of users' personal information and for allowing foreign meddling in the 2016 election, said on Monday that the page violated the company's community standards and was run by a person or people who were not who they claimed to be. Gee, someone lying on the internet? Color me shocked. You know how many freaking anime avatars follow me on Facebook? I'm not knocking the anime avatar. I'm merely pointing out that there are a lot of them that don't use their real names, that have altered their accounts in order to be the persona, the fursona in some cases. And I'm not really against it. I just find it funny that they're like, this person violated our terms of service by being someone he claimed he wasn't. Or not who he claimed he was. Just saying. Facebook did not identify those behind the site, but CNN said that the administrator of the page was Ian Mackey, an employee of the National Union of Workers in Australia. It's a union worker too. That's so great. The labor union has started its own investigation into the matter and has suspended Mr. Mackey and at least one other person, according to SBS News in Australia. Yeah, that was going to happen. Some of the money raised through the page was funneled to an Australian bank account, which noted that several online payment firms have suspended fundraising campaigns linked to the page. Dude, that's the thing. I mean, so many people out there want money online, right? They want it for different reasons. And I myself have raised money for like my cat's surgery last year. So like there are valid reasons in many cases, but you don't always know. And when I put on that crowdfunding campaign for my cat, I posted pictures and I guess you could say receipts and some stuff. People still accuse me of taking the money and run. Never mind the fact that my cat was in the hospital for 4 days, right? So it's like, whatever. But people are always going to be skeptical, and that's generally a good thing. But when it comes to dealing with, like, let's say the left and even parts of the right, depending on the subject material, they will very, very, very much give money to a cause they feel they need to fight for. And Ian Mackey, well played, sir. It's a good play. I mean, I'm glad he's not doing it anymore. But that's a solid way to make a living. All right. So some of the money, Dora Nobox said it had removed all pages related to the Facebook group in January. Patreon, a crowdfunding site, said it also removed a page linked to the group, adding that only $194 was raised in total but never paid out. PayPal confirmed that an account linked to the false Black Lives Matter page was no longer active on the payment platform. On Classy, a fundraising site, a campaign linked to the sham page was found not to be valid and had been disabled, with the account owners receiving no money, Monica Finch, company spokesperson, said in an email. The scheme was yet another blemish for Facebook as Mark Zuckerberg starts the first of 2 days of testimony before Congress. Legislators are expected to grill him about the company's role in a series of scandals, including toxic bloom of fake news during the 2016 election and the harvesting of data from up to 87 million Facebook users by Cambridge Analytica, a political consulting firm connected to President Trump's campaign. But that's going to really hurt Facebook. That's been really, really, really bad. So this Australian guy is running a scam. 700,000 people raised over $100,000 in crowdfunding donations. And we don't know what he's done with it. He's been fired from his job. They're conducting an investigation into him. He was pro-union, and that might have been how he was able to work it, being able to use the language. The fact that he was able to come in and game everybody like this, and even go as far as to usurp the main Black Lives Matter fan page, goes to show you how eager people are online to just follow something blindly without putting in the work and making sure that they're following the right thing. But to be fair, and this goes to the people that followed it and people who follow other crap like this online. When you go and you see something like this and you see the number 700,000, right? And you see the people that are there and you see that it's active and you see what it's working towards, it does sometimes elevate itself past the level of scrutiny. It does, you are no longer skeptical of something as much simply because there is no reason to be. Right. You look at it and in your mind's eye, you see, oh, a lot of people are using this. Apparently everything is OK. That, and I think we all do it to a certain extent. But I've done it definitely, but it's definitely not the best thing to do, especially when it comes to politics, because anyone can game you. Anyone can lie to you. This dude catfished 700,000 people pretending to be a pro Black Lives Matter person. And he probably was at some point, right? Or he realized at least early on that he could really get these people to just like follow whatever he says simply by playing the part online. There are people that I met in the last year, by the way, that have used Facebook as a way to earn a living. I met one woman who in 2017 made $250,000 on Facebook, and I met another woman who made $650,000 on Facebook. There are ways to do it. They were both running. One was like a life coaching blog, and the other one was running like a foodie exercise blog on there. But that's where they were able to make their money. This guy used very similar tactics as a way to bring people in, make them feel comfortable, make them feel at home, and then also solicit money for, donations, fundraisers. We're gonna help out the inner city kids, so on and so forth. Because let's be fair, a lot of times when people donate money to these kind of things, they don't ever really follow to see where it goes. And I think they should. And I think these particular outlets need to be more forthcoming with that information at the end, so people know that they didn't get ripped off. And that becomes a bit of a problem when you're just raising money blindly. And I'm not referring to anything like the Humboldt bus crash that killed 15, and they've raised over $7 million for that. You can see where things are going. But the worst thing about that would be if somebody came in and created that GoFundMe under the promise of doing this and then just never delivered. That is always the risk when donating. But I hope to people on that group that realize now that it's fake and realize they've been duped by an Australian, that they always double check everything they do online, and that they don't give money blindly just because somebody with an account that says Black Lives Matter says so. And it's not just Black Lives Matter. It's anyone out there that's asking for money. Do your due diligence and find out that it's legit, or at least ask the questions and then determine, but be skeptical, because it's not hard for people like Ian Mackey to come in and rip you off for a lot of money without you even knowing. But I want to know your guys' thoughts about this. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to think, do you think this guy was a brilliant troll job, and he's made a little bit of money to live off of for a while, or do you think he's a scummy piece of shit and needs to be locked up and thrown away? I am curious to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out. Hey, thank you very much for watching the video. Be sure to hit that subscribe, click on that bell, and follow me on social media. It's the best way to stay up to date on all things Mundane Matt, as well as check out 3 Buck Theater and the Russell podcast streaming Sunday through Thursday, 9:30 p.m. on russell.net. Thanks very much and have a great day.